Amen. Wow. Okay, so a lot of what you just said resonated with me deeply because there's always this talk about good friendships and what makes good friends, and I'm always trying to be a good friend. I the 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 main thing is laying on the trying is the main part of the sentence. So it's not everybody is cut out or made for always thinking about others because everybody has their own life going through their own things. How do you cope with people who have a lot more going on in their life but don't mean it's necessarily bad when they don't text you every week or don't write you something? How can you cope with that? Is everybody of them just a bad friend, or how can I imagine that?
I'm going to judge them on the 99 times they came through. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Call me in a month. I mean, if that is cool for you, and then we can always just pick up where you left off. Nothing's really a deal breaker unless you scratch my car. Might be a deal breaker. but, but everything else is cool, man. As you say, life gets in the way. And let me share something else with you. It's very important that you're good with you because as a tree, you need the trunk for the branches. I mean, how are you going to reach out to anybody else if you're not good? And your buddy that didn't call you back, he's having a very, very bad day. Maybe he's not in the mood to talk to anybody. Maybe he doesn't want you to see this individual in this state of mind. Or maybe they just need a personal timeout, my brother. I know you're thinking about them, feeling what's going on, but maybe they just need to take that walkabout, that decompression time, just to cool off, ease up, private
Mm,
time. And that's where I'm getting back to my point where, unless that's why I love the gym, because that's my private time every day and I can recharge and find my center. But individuals need to be able to have that internal balance and that internal peace so then they can extend to others, like passing that flame of the candle. Yeah, there's not enough to go around. You got to eat it all yourself. But once you have excess, then you can spread the wealth, the Richard wealth and the Maurice wealth. And that's the way I look at it. And so um, maybe you might need to spend some time alone, and it's not by fault of your own. Maybe it's just the stars aren't aligned with other people's times. And so, as I say, my man, meditation is important and self-preservation, where you feel just happy and good every day. That's fine. And I think at your age, I think you're at a beautiful age. 21 is such a fun age. And when I was 21, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have the internet. And, at the parties, unless you brought a camera, no one's really taking pictures. Very difficult to capture those moments unless it's very specific. And so what would happen? There was just tons and tons of small groups talking and lying on the grass outside and joking around and goofing around and throwing a football, climbing a tree, doing whatever, but being alive. And today, your generation spends time with their friends, but they might be online playing games together. And I understand the interaction, but that's the only way they can get in with these groups and to be part of that. Um, so I think there's not that much stimulation unless you're with the people. And so, unfortunately, my man, your cognitive senses to read this stuff could be diminished because of that sort of medium of the phone, the texting instead of hey, if I had to call you back in the day, I had to call your house and speak to Mrs. Brody, your mother, and ask if you were home and ask permission to talk to you. You got guts to do that. And let's say you weren't doing your homework. Now I got you in trouble, and so, um, these are the sort of character building things that you had to do to go and knock on the door and introduce myself to your parents and sit there politely while you were getting ready. And there's nothing wrong with that. But to answer your question, my man, I think it's just because of what you see online. And that's the kid in the playground that can kick the ball the furthest and jump the highest and run the fastest. Today, now it's the social media strength and speed and height on what you can do. And it's just, it's overwhelming and it's
yeah.
nonstop. and